what's going on? It's for show the prophet. If you came across this video, this reading is for you. Thank y'all so much for supporting my channel. So today's topic is what makes you so desirable, and then we are gonna have a Patreon segment, which is who is currently crushing on you. I hope all of y'all are doing well. I did recently post a video last night. I think, what was the topic? It was like, what are people saying behind your back? So you could go ahead and check out that video as well. Alright, so we have 3 pals here. It's pal 1 is a lady who is putting her pleasers on in like a little pink outfit. And then pal 2 is a woman wearing a crop top that says party gets me wetter. And then pal 3 is a picture of Coco, who is that's Ice-T's wife. I think her name is like Coco or something. So yeah, I'm super sorry for the mess. Ugh, so gross. But yeah, so we're gonna get into the reading. It's what makes you so desirable, and I'll see y'all in your pal. Bye. Hi pal 1. If you chose this picture right here, this section of the video is for you. So what makes pal 1 desirable? I hear your get back game. You have a way of sticking around in people's minds. You have a way of really tormenting people without really even trying. You might be the sort of person who gets your revenge in a very like sneaky sort of way. So this is like Scorpio energy, Pisces energy. You could also be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, because y'all be stuck in people's minds a lot, and you do it in a way that surprises them. This is what makes you just so desirable. You're obviously very like abundant as well. You're very fulfilled in life. Like, you don't need anyone. You don't need clout. You don't need reputation or friends. Like, you could do it pretty much all by yourself, and that's why what people like really also like admire you. And this is also why people desire you. Like, you take really good care of yourself, and then at the same time it shows. Like, someone has like a lot of money, and that's like why you're desirable as well. And I'm also seeing someone who, like, you're very much under the radar. Like, people don't assume that you'll be the type who will like have them stuck up or hung up on you at all, but it always turns out that way for you. Like, people always become like either like just obsessed with you, or people always like want you, or like you could be like really flirty or like flighty, or like you're hard to pin down. You make people want to like pin you down a lot. You could hold back a lot of emotion for people. Like, you're not very clingy. This can come to surprise because people like would assume that you would be like the clingy type, but it never turns out that way. Like, you're actually very stable within yourself. And also something about you that you are very much like excuse me, like, you're very much secure in yourself. Like, I don't know why, but it's like you give like the element of surprise. Like, you really know how to stress people out because of this, because you don't need them. It's like you have like all the passion with individuals, like all the excitement that people look for in relationship, and then like you turn around and like people realize that you don't need them as much as they need you. Like, you pretty much don't need anyone at all. And that is kind of what makes you like so intoxicating, so desirable to these people, because they just want to like keep you so close. And people have you in their head a lot, like rent free. Like you live in a lot of people's heads. Like even outside of like romantic partners, a lot of people think of you a lot. Like you keep a lot of people guessing. You're very mysterious. That's why I feel like y'all have like Scorpio energy. Okay, what's going on with Power 1? What makes Power 1 so desirable? Okay, that you're free. You're really like just a free-spirited person. I hear free will. Like you pretty much do whatever you want to do. And like nothing less than that. Like, I don't know. It's just something about you that people think that you're going to be a certain way and you don't end up being that way. 555 as I'm saying this. And you just like, you're very like adventurous, or like this is how you come off. It's like people feel like you're like a lone wolf. And this is why they feel like kind of insecure once they get in your space, because and I'm talking about people who were not insecure beforehand, like people who would assume that they were pretty secure within themselves before they met you, until they met you, and then they realize like, oh wait, this person's actually like way more secure and stable than me. You know, like this person's actually able to just cut people off and walk away without like a second thought. You know, and like these people thought that they were like that, but really you're like that. Like, and even like with people, like people who aren't even like in romantic situations with you, like they see you as like competition because of this. Because everything that they thought that they were, like cunning, charming, witty, funny, like you're all of those things like just so effortlessly. And it's like these people were the shiniest thing in the room until you came along. These people were probably the most wealthiest, the most put together, the most smartest until like you came along, really. And it's not even that you're trying to be the best like that. I don't even think you actively compete with people. It's literally just that like you do it so effortlessly, and you come like you don't focus so much on like how you're being perceived. And this is why people desire you so bad. People really want to like pin you down. They want to keep you close to them. They want to soak up your aura. They want to soak up your joy, your happiness. But like you are really someone who like has to be set free. Like you need the space in order to flourish in your life, okay? And you're also highly desirable because you know a lot about a lot. You know a lot of things. And maybe you know a little about a lot. Like you know just a lot of different things that people didn't know about before. Like you could be very educational. You can always like you could give like really good advice. Like you have a perspective that other people really hasn't even like considered yet. And this is why people are like, wow, like they wish that even like past desirability on a romantic level, people just desire to be like you. Like they wish that they kind of had like your mind frame and like the way that you think, simply because they feel like it will really benefit their everyday lives. And they feel like you just have such a creative mind, and it's something particular about your creativity. It's like people turn into succubus around you, and then like you may like in your romantic situations, you may wonder like, man, like why does this person try to use me? And like you always wonder like why you have to constantly like move on from toxic situations and leave people behind. Like you're kind of tired of doing that. But it's like, it's literally like your energy, like not to victim blame or anything, but like your energy literally makes people want to grasp onto it. It makes people want to cling onto it and learn from it, soak it up. So it turns into like this toxic cycle sometimes when people are like aren't hyper aware of like themselves and what they're doing. And like also what makes you desirable is like you are a really big loss. Like even like the people who are currently in your life right now, they just think like, man, like if this person ever decides to like not be my friend anymore, or not deal with me anymore, or cut me off, it would really hurt, or it would really be like detrimental to like what is beneficial to me in my life. Like you are very beneficial in people's lives, And I think that for a lot of situations, it wasn't until people like later on, people realized how beneficial you actually were to them. Yeah, you are a prophet. In every sense of the word, like you are an asset to people's life. You truly add on to people's value. And a lot of people realize this. Like a lot of people feel like you are just like overall a blessing. You are very innovative. You know how to you're like very like you are a resource. You are literally an informational resource for a lot of people because of your wisdom, because of your knowledge, because of the way that you display your strengths and how many pointers that people can take. Like people take a lot of pointers from you in general. Like whether they want to admit to that or not, it doesn't matter because it's true. Like people take so much information from you constantly, and I feel like people who don't want to admit to that are just like haters, or they just not secure within themselves to where they can really communicate something like that to you. All right, so that's what I got for y'all, pal one. Thank you so much for coming this far. We're gonna move over to Patreon and see who is crushing on you in particular. 11/11 as I said that, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Hi, pal two. If you chose this photo right here, this section of the video is for you. And we are going to see what makes you desirable. What makes pal two desirable? I think that y'all have an element of mystery to y'all as well. A lot of people don't know a lot about you. So if you're really into church, if you are very spiritual, people really like that about you. That is what makes you very attractive and desirable. And people really like the way that you dress. People really like that, like you wear like little bodysuits, or you can be very flexible. Like you could be like a yogi, or you could be just like exercise a lot, or you care about your overall health in general. You care about healing. You try to like heal the collective, or you do heal the collective. You're very high vibing. You're very high vibrational. People are really like addicted to this side of you. And it's also like your tattoos that people like a lot. Like if you have like spiritual tattoos, if you really believe in like the laws of nature, the laws of balance, if you love connecting with nature, people really like that about you. People like your hair. I don't care if it's like fake hair. Like this is what makes you desirable. The way that you wear your hair is very cute, especially like when it's straight. When it's straightened, people really like that. They think that that's like so cute on you. Okay. There's people also in your energy who like and appreciate like your garments. Like if you have like an afro, people like that too. People like that you just seem like just so fresh and new. You seem like a really good person to have a relationship with. They feel like if they were to get with you, like be able to be successful to have a relationship with you, that it would be so adventurous. It'll be something new every day. People feel like you're very peaceful. Like you've created like a very peaceful environment for yourself. So if they were to be included in that environment, then you would add a lot of peace to their life. I don't know, it's something about you, like people just assume that you add that, like the way that you set up your life, it would rub off on them as well. You could be a manifester. You manifest a lot of things for yourself. You have like a lot of balance when it comes to like your life. You attract a lot of things, and like that spiritualness, like that like bestowment, like they feel like you're favored. You're favored by God. You're favored by the universe. You know the laws of the universe and things like that, and people assume that because of that that will put them in the right position. Like having proximity to you is having proximity to God. It's having proximity to the spiritual realm. Okay, even like people who are like your friends feel this way. People feel like even like people that you are able to be friends with are blessed. People see you as a blessing. That what makes you so desirable. And it's also something like when you leave people, people feel like they lost like a pillar of like a really strong pillar. Like you are a really strong pillar in people's life. And it's something about your ability to manifest and attract that people see blatantly, like it's there. Like it's so obvious that you attract so much goodness in your life. And people kind of like see this intuitively through your aura as well. And that's why people find you just be so like, a lot of people are thirsty for you. Like it's your looks. Like you look really physically good. You could be fit. You could be very strong, especially if like you're a man. But it's like, it's something that's physical about you that makes people just so thirsty for you. And it's also something about like the actions that you take, the patience that you have, like how much you're willing to have patience for the things that you want to manifest, how wise you are, how innovative you are too. Okay, what makes Pal 2 so desirable? If anyone has ever lost you, I'm not gonna lie, like they are in regret over that. That is what makes you desirable and attractive as well. People feel like you achieve everything that you set out for. Every single thing that you've ever tried to do, every endeavor, you've won it. You are an overall winner. Like even if you technically lose at something or something is like a shortcoming of yours, like you still won. You are like, you're a high achiever, like you're highly ambitious. And it shows like, I think that someone is like really fit. Like somebody really like works out and is like very serious about like their health and like their diet and the way that they look, like your skincare routine. And it's like, it's deeper than just looks. Like you want to be healthy inside and out, like period. People just feel like you are just so blessed. And even if it's because you see how like this person's in a wheelchair, like even when you're in a position where people should have sympathy for you or feel bad for you, they don't, because it's like you're not a victim, you're a victor. You're not a person who needs to be sympathized with. Like even if you've been through bad things, you've always learned from it. You've always came out. You've always found the ways to alchemize it. You're an optimizer. You're an alchemizer. That's really what I'm seeing. And that's what makes you just so desirable. Like people love how like you constantly get back up and you see another day regardless of how yesterday went. You know that there will be tomorrow. And people like know this personally, like from experiencing you. In particular, like your friends really admire you. The people who have known you for really long and like have this information, because I feel like complete strangers wouldn't know this about you, but your friends and like the people like who's known you for a while, they know this about you. And they really admire you for these things, for these traits. People love how happy you are, how you decide to just still be happy with what you have. You don't care if like you fell off technically, or you are poor, or you don't care. Or you feel like, even if like you were that in the past and like obviously you're not that anymore, it doesn't hold you back. Like your past does not keep you back. Like you still keep going forward. Like someone is definitely like a high achiever, and this is what makes you really attractive. Someone personally knows the things that you have gone through and how much like you just decided to move on from those things and not be stuck there. Someone really appreciates that about you. Okay, like conflict does not make you fear at all. Being stabbed in the back, you're like, all right, well, I'll just move away. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, no one can hold you back. Like, one monkey don't stop your show. People not believing in you does not stop your show. People wishing ill on you does not make you any less successful. It does not discourage you. If anything, it makes you go harder. This is what makes you so desirable, because it's like if you can't beat them, join them sort of thing. Like, because people can't beat you. Even if they literally beat you, like physically beat you, or tried to harm you, wished harm on you, or literally got in proximity to you and were able to harm you in some way, they still couldn't beat you. Like, they still could not beat you down. Okay? It doesn't matter how bad these people try to talk. Even people who have hated on you before has to admit, like, yeah, like that person, they do not stop. They do not stop until they win. They do not stop until they achieve everything that they want. Until they have everything that they want, okay? Like, you really have the reputation of getting all the things that you want out of life, relentlessly, unapologetically. Okay, you are a planner. Like, you are someone who goes after things. You believe in yourself, and that's what makes you attractive. This is what calls people to you in your space, in your energy. You have a lot of things in your life that you could celebrate. There's people who are regretful because they're not able to celebrate with you the achievements, because it's like they doubted you, and they thought that them doubting you would make you stop going towards your goals, but really it just made you dismiss them. Like, you've dismissed these people out of your life, and it just gave you more wisdom. It's like Pennywise, like from It, like the more that you fear that person, the bigger that person gets. That's like you. Like, people give you negative energy and thinking that it's gonna stop you, and it really just is like you're a beast. Like, you're like a monster. Like, you just get bigger and bigger and bigger and greater, like, to where people just have to give you your props. All right? So that's what makes you desirable. We're gonna move over to Patreon and see who is currently crushing on you. Thank you so much, Pal 2, if this is where we part ways, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, Pal 3. If you chose this photo right here, this section of the reading is for you. And we are going to see what makes my Pal 3 desirable. Thanks for clear and concise messages for Pal 3 on what makes Pal 3 desirable. I hear what doesn't make you desirable. Your body is really, this ain't 21 plus, but your body is really sexy. Like, no matter if you're in shape, if you're not in shape, like, your body is just very naturally attractive. You have really puffy lips, like chubby lips. Like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like, you have big lips. That's what makes you really attractive. Somebody has like a little baby face. Someone has like this innocence to them. Someone can have almond shaped eyes. That's what makes you very desirable. Somebody's like very conventionally attractive. Like, that face card never declines. Someone has beautiful eyes. Somebody has really long, beautiful eyelashes, fake or not. So like, you're physical. This is the first time I'm getting something like really physical. Like, physically, you are very desirable. Okay. And then energetically, you have like your third eye chakra open. Like, you're very woke. You're very mature. You're very conscious. You are very considerate. You consider others' feelings. You care about people. You're very kind. You're very nice, and you're very mature. You're emotionally mature. You're emotionally intelligent. This is what makes you desirable. This is what makes people really attracted to you, because they feel very safe with you. They feel like they're safe to be themselves with you. People feel like your character traits are just so good. Like, you're like a good person, Pal 3. Someone can have long black hair or short black hair. Someone is thick. Somebody has a really fat behind. Someone is thick. Like, somebody has a big backside, okay? And this one makes you really desirable. Like, people just feel like you're just such like a homebody, a homemaker. Yeah, somebody stays at home a lot. Like, you rarely go outside, but when you do, you look really good when you do so. Yeah, you're very guarded. Someone's like really like closed off. Okay. Let me see. Someone's chest area is really desirable too. This is the first pal where I'm getting like a lot of physical things. People want to be a part of your plans. People want to be a part of your future. People feel like your future is very promising. People feel like you're like on fire, or you're attracting like a lot of attention to you. People feel like you are very like, it's something about like your emotional labor that you take on because you're so kind and nice. It's like people just know that you will really heal them. You could be a healer, which is what I'm picking up on. Like, you're a healer, Pal 3. Everybody that you touch, everybody you come across, everybody that you talk to or have a relationship with, you heal a part of them. Like, you're very motherly. You heal a lot of people's motherly wounds. You be a Cancer, you don't have to be. You be a Virgo, Taurus. Okay, what makes Pal 3 desirable? What makes you desirable is that it doesn't matter who tries to pit themselves against you, or who tries to pit others against you, or who tries to compete with you. It's like there's no competition, because you bring what you bring and no one else can bring what you bring. And I'm getting that TikTok, I'm bigger, badder, better. And then she says, I'm a bad mama jamma even in pajamas. Like, y'all are really attractive. Like, even if you don't like appeal to the masses and what they consider to be cool or hip or trendy, because I don't feel like y'all are trendy at all. Y'all appeal to whatever you think is cool. Okay, and when people meet you, even like the most trendiest person, even like people who really value trends and really value like mainstream ideals of what makes somebody sexy and what makes somebody attractive, when they meet you, you open their mind to the fact that like just being uniquely yourself is the most sexiest thing that you can do. Like, you don't have to be like a part of a trend in order to be desirable. And that is really what, like, you are an innovator, you are the trendsetter. Okay, and that is what makes you really like attractive and desirable to people. I feel like you do attract a lot of different people. I feel like you 555 as I'm saying this, but your willingness to like be alone and like not really need anyone makes you highly desirable. It makes people want to take care of you. Like, people who are like smart enough and intuitive enough to like pick up on your energy, they realize that you're really cut from like a different cloth. And there's not too many people in the world like you, because you're very authentic. Like, you've tapped in to like your alignment on this earth, and you're very like authentic. And it makes people want to get close to you. It makes people want to like, well, not everyone thinks this way, because a lot of people, like, when they meet you initially, they just want to take from you. But for like the smart people who come across you, they're like, wow, like nobody ever really takes care of this person, and they want to take care of you. They realize that you really like are like a prize. People are curious about like your history. It's something about your legs and your butt that's just really sexy. And then like, it's something about it. It definitely makes men, if you're a woman, it makes men want to wife you immediately. Okay? Like, when people like see like your legs or like your behind, it just makes them want to just come home to you every night and just bring the bacon. Okay? Every night. Like, it's just something about you that's just so homely. It's something about you that is just so like, I want to take, like, real masculines are so, you are very magnet to like real masculine, divine masculine energy, because of how much you just like, you really like attract them, and you really make them like want to like give to you, because you are very open. Like, you have like a very open receiving energy. Okay, we're gonna have a lot to talk about over on Patreon for this file, I'm not even gonna lie. So what makes you desirable is like your optimism, And it's something about like your past. Like people know, like people can low-key tell that you've been through things or you've been through like hardships, but you've came out of those hardships, and people just feel like that's just what makes you so much more valuable. That's what just makes these people like want to just protect you so much. People love how like you reject things that like aren't for you, and people feel like you'll be very loyal to them. You're very passionate. You have a lot of compassion. And people really like that about you, how like compassionate you are for others. There's like a really thick sexual energy to you as well that I'm picking up on. Okay, what makes Pal 3 desirable? What makes you desirable is just like physically, you really turn people on. You have like that body, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, this is my first physical pal. Y'all's body is like ridiculous, okay? Your body is tea, all right? Like, just people just want that a lot, all right? And your face is tea, okay? Like, you are just beautiful. Like, you're beautiful. And it's like, nobody could say that you're not beautiful, because you are. Like, it doesn't matter if you are the most, and look at this. I can't show her, but we have the 9 of Coins. She's literally naked, and the Queen of Wands. Like, what gets more, nothing gets more sexy than that, okay? Like, that's like worthiness, like from inside and out. Like, it shows, all right? So that's what I got for y'all. We're gonna move over to Patreon. Thank you so much for coming this far with me, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.